Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Now, as many of you know, last night the new Jurassic World animated special titled The Secret Exhibit was broadcast for the first time on NBC. And in this new LEGO short, Owen and Claire go on a pretty fun adventure through most of Isla Nublar, encountering a wide variety of dinosaurs and establishing early character relationships along the way. Today, I wanted to talk about just what exactly went down in the special, what it means for the franchise, and give a few concluding thoughts on how I personally felt. Hope that most of you guys happen to catch it, because this is my review of LEGO Jurassic World: The Secret Exhibit. Okay, so first things first, we should really talk about the story. In The Secret Exhibit, Claire Dearing is tasked with overseeing the transportation of 3 new dinosaurs into Jurassic World. These new dinosaurs are the Stygimoloch, the Baryonyx, and a Carnotaurus. The man responsible for getting those dinosaurs from Isla Sorna and into the theme park is none other than Owen Grady himself, who is joined with an older helicopter pilot and a trusty dog he has named Red. Now, as you can imagine, things don't exactly go as planned in this LEGO short, and eventually a lot of dinosaur chaos starts to ensue on what should have been a relatively easy endeavor. The other characters that join us in the story are fan favorites Simon Masrani and of course Dr. Henry Wu, but what I really want to talk about is the invention of a brand new character who I personally thought was used really well. So, for most of the second half of the story, we're introduced to this special's villain, who happens to partake in quite a lot of dangerous behavior inside of Jurassic World's control room. We don't really know who he is until the end of the story, but for the longest time, his scenes had me excited the most. He eventually releases a Pteranodon and later cuts the power to the Tyrannosaur's electrified fence, putting Owen and Claire in danger. Now, I'm not going to go over him in full just yet, because his presence actually bookends the short, and it leaves the entire show on this interesting plot twist / reveal that I didn't see coming, but rest assured, I'll get back to him eventually. So, apart from the villain, what the Secret Exhibit really chooses to hone in on is the beginnings of a lot of what we see in the 4th movie. We see Owen Grady witness the births of all 4 members of the Raptor Squad, as well as the early character relationships between Grady, Dearing, and Vic Hoskins, the latter of which is used quite well in my opinion, and is represented in a fairly accurate way to what they were going for in the 2015 film. I will come out and say that the meeting between Owen and Claire, as well as their contrast banter between one another, was something that I genuinely appreciated in this animation, and I would honestly really love to see this play out in live action with Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard someday in a canon story. Delta, Charlie, and Echo make nice little appearances here and there, but Blue is of course a major part of most of the action that involves Owen Grady, which is understandable given where they took her in future events, as well as what she means for the animal behaviorist. Apart from that, there's a really silly subplot involving Dr. Wu and another geneticist desperately attempting to create cookies for Simon Masrani. This was definitely the most kid-centric aspect of the short, and it's also probably one of the more goofier parts, to be honest, as well. As for presentation, the animation looked really good, and the sounds and roars of all of your favorite dinosaurs, from the Triceratops to the Tyrannosaurus Rex, can be heard accurately and accordingly whenever they show up. Speaking of which, the T-Rex actually partakes in a pretty big chase sequence that comes complete with a callback to the Must Go Faster scene from the first movie. And that particular callback isn't the only thing that they managed to sneak in from the original movie. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the character reveal that happened at the very end of the story. If you want to witness it for yourself before I go over it, you should probably leave now. This is a heads up, spoiler warning. Okay, now I'm about to talk about it. Alright, so in possibly my absolute favorite part of the whole thing, the computer hacker that was messing with the safety features from the control room has his identity revealed to us. And they do this by letting him have a phone conversation with a family member where he clearly says that Uncle Dennis would be proud.
You didn't say the magic word. You didn't say the magic word.
After that, he rips off his uniform, revealing a Hawaiian t-shirt underneath, and takes a big sip from a large Slurpee. Even thinking about that makes me laugh. In a super weird twist, this guy is revealed to be the nephew of Dennis Nedry. And I guess he's made his way to the island in order to mess things up as some sort of spiteful, petty revenge. He's definitely in there to cause trouble, that's for sure, and he's clearly someone that I can see being related to our favorite obese slob.
I'm totally unappreciated in my time.
You know, at first I didn't know what to think about this ending because it comes way out of nowhere, and it is really done in a hilariously smart way, but now I'm pretty sure that's my favorite part about the whole special. Look, throughout most of this short, I was under the impression that this hacker guy may have been employed by Biosyn, and that he was purposefully messing with the security mechanisms as a sort of park sabotage. Well, it turns out I was almost entirely correct, but I didn't see the blood relation in Nedry until the very end. And with that, I really want to go over some final thoughts on this whole animated special. It really feels like to me that this short was actually setting up something far larger. Like, the Nedry reveal comes at the very end, and he kind of gets away with what he did, meaning in this little Lego universe, there's still an undercover villain in Jurassic World. So what's going to happen to him? Well, personally, I've got this feeling that this short was actually designed to be a pilot for a future animated series. I don't know for sure, and it's honestly just a feeling, but I can see this turning into something really big. And it's not hard to understand why they'd want to do that. I mean, kids absolutely love the Jurassic World movies, and in fact, the Mattel toys have obliterated Star Wars sales completely from what I'm aware of, so there is a genuine interest in young audiences for all things Jurassic. So I think a cartoon show could really be a big hit. But yeah, those are just my thoughts on what this whole thing was. Bottom line, I enjoyed it, and actually thought it was pretty fun. I'd love to see what they do with this stuff in the future, and I'm really hoping that we get some more stories outside of the films for kids and adults. Now, I'd really like to know what all of you thought about this special as well. Whatever your thoughts and opinions may be, I'd love to hear about them in the comments down below. Now, before I go, I want to thank my game wardens, as well as all of my InGen executives. I'd also like to thank my park workers and InGen hunters as well. Ellie, words can't really express how awesome it is to have you guys tell me how much you enjoy the stuff I do, and I seriously am extremely thankful for everything that you guys do to help. Honestly, it means the world to me. Now, I'd like to thank you all for watching this video, and hope that you all enjoyed today's content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like and hope that you'll consider subscribing if you are interested in hearing from me again. I'll see you all in the next video, guys, and as always, take it easy.